The next plated dessert I'm going to do is a stencil on top of a piece of cheesecake. Now you can buy these stencils at any Kraft store. This one is a little bit flimsy, and that's fine. You just want a little bit of rigidity to it so it doesn't flop around when you put it on top of whatever it is you're going to stencil. You can stencil directly onto a plate. In this case, as I mentioned, we're going to stencil on top of the cheesecake. The stencil itself was a little bit shorter than the length of the cheesecake top, so I've just taped a piece of parchment paper to that. I'm going to be very careful because that's not as rigid as the stencil. This particular stencil is a cupcake, so we're going to go for the birthday theme there. Now you don't want to stencil directly on your plate unless you don't mind cocoa going all over the plate. If you are okay with that, then it's fine. So I have a piece of cheesecake here, and I'm going to sit the stencil on top, try to get it placed as evenly as possible. I have some cocoa powder here with a sifter, and I'm just going to tap that lightly over the top, making sure that I fill in the whole stencil. Very simple. We're going to carefully grab opposite corners and make sure that we lift up and get it away from the cheesecake as quickly as possible. If you're going to do multiple stencils, you're going to want to really tap the top of that stencil off so the cocoa powder doesn't get on as you're moving it to your next stencil. So we get that out of the way. We're just going to transfer the cheesecake to a plate. And just to finish it off with some simple berries, toss a couple berries together. Pour those onto your plate. If you wanted to add a little bit of sauce onto there just to moisten up the berries, you can just stripe some sauce on there and that'll blend with the berries nicely. And there you have another fast and easy way to do a stencil. Whoops, we'll turn it that way.